Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I share my recipe on how I made this delicious and colorful Nigerian fried rice showing on your screen. I hope you enjoy watching. My name is Ogi and you're welcome to my kitchen. Let's get started. I'm starting off today by cooking my proteins, and inside my pot I have some properly washed liver. To season the liver, I went in with some chopped onions, roughly blended peppers, a few seasoning like curry powder, all-purpose seasoning, a little salt to taste, and some water, enough to cook the liver until it is nice and ready. I gave that a quick stir, covered the pot, and I allowed it to cook. I'll let this cook for about 10 to 15 minutes. 5 minutes into cooking, it started foaming a lot and it was spilling all over. I had to open and give it a quick stir. After I stirred it properly, I covered it and continued to cook. 15 minutes later, this is what we have. It's properly cooked at this point and it's ready to be fried. I'll take this out from the pot and then introduce the next protein, which is my fish, because we are making fish fried rice. I already cleaned my mackerel fish properly off camera. As you can see from the video, it's super clean. To season the fish, I added some chopped onion, roughly blended peppers, all-purpose seasoning, curry powder, rosemary, and a little salt. I also added some water to steam the fish. 4 minutes later, this is what we have. It's time to fry my proteins, and I've just added some vegetable oil into my pan. I'll let that heat up before going in with the liver. I want to fry the liver before frying the fish. I chopped the liver into very small cubes, into bite sizes. I'll fry this for about 4 to 5 minutes, and once it's ready, I'll take it out and then introduce the second batch. I didn't add everything once because I didn't want to overcrowd the pan. So after frying the liver, I'll fry the fish. I think I'll do that off camera. Moving on, it's time to prepare my veggies, and I'm using 2 different colors of bell peppers for today's fried rice recipe. I'm using the yellow bell pepper and the red bell pepper, and these have been washed properly off camera. I've proceeded to cut the pepper into 2. I'm taking out the seeds and every other unwanted part. I'll do this for the yellow and the red bell pepper. Feel free to use as much vegetables as you prefer. Next up is to slice up the peppers and then chop them up into my preferred sizes. I'm cutting them into small sizes, small pieces. Feel free to cut yours into whatever shapes or sizes you prefer. Fun fact, do you know that the different colors of bell peppers is one pepper during different ripening stage? Is this your first time of hearing this information? You're welcome. I'm also using carrot for today's recipe, and I scraped the back of the carrot properly off camera, washed it, and then chopped it up into very small pieces, just like what I did with the bell peppers. I also have some green beans, which I washed off camera, and my veggies are ready. What do you guys think? They look super colorful. Of course, I need onions to make my fried rice, and I have 3 medium-sized onions. I have this much because I love adding a lot of onions into my meals, but feel free to do yours however you prefer. I chopped up the onions, and also you can use as many veggies as possible when trying to recreate this fried rice recipe. Moving on, it's time to prepare my rice, and I've just added about 4 cups of rice into my bowl. I'll proceed to wash the rice until the water runs from cloudy to clear. When making fried rice, I love to wash the rice multiple times with salt as regards to parboiling the rice. Sometimes I soak it in hot water, but I prefer to just wash it and then toast the rice. So it's time to toast our rice, and I've just added some oil into my pot. I let that heat up before going in with some chopped onions for flavor. This is just to flavor the oil. Still speaking of flavor, I added some curry powder and rosemary because I'm trying to build up flavors. I let that fry for about 2 minutes to activate the flavor and the aroma, and then I went in with my properly washed rice. I'll toast this rice for about 5 minutes. I used to parboil my rice when making fried rice, but over time I realized that toasting the rice is better. Fried rice tends to get bad very quickly because of the veggies in it. Sometimes when you make fried rice in the morning, towards nighttime, it tends to go bad. But I realized that toasting the rice prevents that from happening. I think that toasting the rice prevents the rice grains from sticking together. It helps them stand apart. That means you won't end up with a soggy pot of rice. But the amount of water you use to cook your rice also plays an important role in this. After toasting for a few minutes, I went in with my seasoning. I added curry powder, all-purpose seasoning, grounded pepper, and fried rice seasoning, and I continued to toast. I highly recommend you start toasting your rice if you haven't been doing that. You love the results. I toasted for an additional 4 minutes, and then I added my fish stock, added some water, gave that a quick stir, covered the pot, and I continued to cook. Here's a big shout out to all my amazing and returning subscribers. You guys are the real MVPs. You all are the reason why I'm still here on YouTube. So thank you all so much for your support. Thank you for always coming back to watch my videos, for liking my videos, sharing my videos, and for also commenting on my videos. You guys are the real MVPs, and I'm truly, truly grateful. Thank you so much. After about 3 minutes, I went in to taste and adjust my seasoning. I added more salt and seasoning cubes, added enough water to cook the rice until it is nice and ready. Gave that a quick stir, covered the pot, and I continued to cook. To my new viewers, I hope you love it here already. You are the right place. My name is Oge. You're already here, so please consider subscribing. Hit on the subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell to be notified of new videos. You're going to love it here, and subscription is absolutely free. 8 minutes later, the rice is ready. Guys, this looks super good and it smells amazing in here. Color check, texture of the rice check. This is what you get when you toast your rice and you regulate the amount of water you add into your rice while cooking. I'll give this a very good stir and then set it aside. Moving on, it's time to prepare my veggies, to fry my veggies for the fried rice. And I've just added some chopped onion into my already heated oil. I'll fry until the onions become fragrant, and this should take about 2 minutes. After about 2 minutes, I'll go in with my veggies, and I'm starting off with my carrots because it's a bit firmer or tougher than the rest of the veggies, and I also added my green beans. I'll fry this for about 2 minutes before going in with my bell peppers. The reason I love to go in first with the carrot is because it's a bit tougher than the rest. So after about 2 minutes, I added my bell peppers, the red and yellow bell pepper, and I'll let this fry for an additional 2 minutes. I love to fry my veggies for at least 5 minutes to maintain a level of crunchiness. I don't like it when the veggies in my fried rice is completely soft. So I always fry for about 5 minutes if I'm using fresh veggies, like what I use in this video. If I'm using frozen veggies, I fry for at least 2 to 3 minutes tops. After about 2 minutes, I added my seasoning because I want every bite of this fried rice to be very flavorful. I added some fried rice spices, grounded pepper, a little salt, and seasoning cubes, and I let that fry. I fried this for an additional 1 minute. So guys, this is what it's looking like, and it looks super good. It's looking very colorful. So my veggies are ready, and it's time to put everything together. I divided the rice, and into one portion of the rice, I'll be going in with some of the veggies and also some of the fried liver. Once added, I'll proceed to mix everything properly. I'll mix until they get to know each other really, really well. Once I've achieved that for this first portion, I'll repeat the same process for the other one. What do you think about this Nigerian fried rice recipe? Is this something you want to try out? Let me know down in the comments. And also, have you ever had fish fried rice? Did you enjoy it? Let me know what you think. Fish fried rice is always a hit. You're sleeping on fried rice recipes if you've not tried fish fried rice. This is what you should aim to achieve after mixing. The veggies should be all over. It's time to dish this yumminess into my plate, and we've come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed watching. Please like the video to get it to a wider reach. Share it out to your family and friends, and leave me your comments in the comments section. Thank you all for stopping by, and I would love to see you all on my next one. Bye.